Yo, what's good? Welcome back to another TikTok compilation. This is more woke than creepy, I say. Okay. It's gonna be a good one. Let's see what this one got, man. Made sure I got some good clips, so make sure y'all stay tuned. Grab your snacks, whatever snacks you got. I'm saying, if you want to get snacks, it don't matter. But hey, let's get into it. All right, let's see what's going on here. Check it out.
You're watching this right now, probably on your couch, probably in your bed. Your life probably fucked up right now. You probably just got done beating your meat. You're probably eating fucking hot Cheetos. You're probably thinking about paying for the pussy. But wait, there's hope. If you get your bitch ass up, stop complaining about everything, actually put in the work instead of hating on niggas on Instagram that have put in the work, then maybe you can get somewhere in life instead of watching your life pass by. Now look, if you want to know how to feel good, heal your internal trauma, reach enlightenment, and get some money in your pocket, then join my 2Cut University. Hey, let's get it.
Shit's getting weird. Part Infinity.
What was that? Why is he crying, bro? Yo, nah, bro is crying.
Yes.
Bro just really cried.
The Great Reset happened during the time of Noah and everything flooded. The Great Reset happened during the time of Tartaria and ended a whole civilization a few hundred years ago. And since the past few years, this term, the Great Reset, started again. And right now, a lot of the cities around the world are being flooded. We are seeing intelligent wildfires around the world. We are seeing extreme earthquakes around the world. Family, let's see why the Great Reset is keep repeating itself with the world before the New World Order. One thing that you need to know is that the previous time during the Tartarian Empire, our ancestors almost defeated the Custodian. And they are one of them, and this is Gilgamesh. And family, it's not something new. They have been mentioned in books like the Epic of Gilgamesh, Bible, the Book of Enoch, the Egyptians, and all of them were talking about the Anunnakis and the fallen angels. Link to course here.
Let's speak about Latinos not being black. Latinos are black. Same thing with Puerto Rico. When you go to Loíza, you talk about Santeria, that came from the motherland, Africa. Sometimes Latinos might even identify themselves with African and black culture more than black people. All the music is African. Brazilian music, all of it. Dominican music, Spanish drums, all the music is African music. I've been in Africa. They've been doing that.
The Twa people, case in point, Twa people, the Dogon, some parts of the Dravidians, your people in the South Pacific, your people in the rainforest down in South America, indigenous people.
These are the images of Africans who were known as the Olmecs, who were part of the ruling class in Mexico for hundreds of years, and they left these images all throughout Mexico. They inspired the creation of the calendar, architecture, engineering, cosmology.
It's for entertainment purposes only. Have y'all seen this Trump float?
Yo,
pay attention to all the symbolism on it. That's definitely Roman. All these eagles, that's Roman in Greece. Number two, why is they having a parade about you in Italy? Look at the bottom of the sword. Yeah, look at that. Y'all see that? And then that definitely looks like some Russian shit.
It's two of them.
Let's go back to it. That definitely looks like some Russian shit on his shoulder. And the whole giddy up looks like a big ass beast. I don't know, Trump dog, but I got some questions about the symbolism that was on your float. It's some questions that's very questionable. Let me know what y'all think about this Trump float in Italy in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom, and stay tuned.
This is insane. The Chargers had real AI robots at their season opener. Look at how weird these are. are, wow.
The Paranormal Chick here. Y'all, this is viral right now and trending everywhere. As we all know, NFL kicked off its season this past weekend. Amazing games throughout the whole weekend.
That's crazy.
But there's one game in particular that has everybody spooked. During the Chargers games, fans recorded AI robots sitting in the crowd. Take a look at this video. Also a picture from a witness who was there of these AI robots. Now, is it a promo for a movie? Who knows? But they were there. Take a look and tell me what you think.
This is insane. The Chargers had real AI robots at their season opener. Look at how weird these are. Wow. This is insane. The Chargers had real AI robots at their season opener.
They look like real people.
Look at how weird these are. Wow.
The Popeyes chicken sandwich. Come to find out, they have over 40 ingredients in the Popeyes chicken sandwich. 32 of them were man-made chemicals. And I said, well, let's see what Chick-fil-A has. Over 50 chemicals in the chicken sandwich. Over 40 of them were man-made chemicals. I said, so hell, this is a dope sandwich. So they really are flipping birds over there. I mean, because there's no way in the world to justify. So whenever I seen that, I said it in a message, and someone took the clip of it and then went on the website of Chick-fil-A, had it broke down where they were clicking on it, showing all of the ingredients and these chemicals that were in it. Do you know the next day Chick-fil-A took that down off their website? So now you can't find the ingredients to the Chick-fil-A sandwich or the Popeyes chicken sandwich, because they don't want you to know that they're drugging you, they're doping you, that they have you wanting the food not for nutritional value, but because you become addicted by the MSG and the other chemicals that they've inserted in that also.
Really don't supposed to be eating meat at all, though. That's the thing. So we eating flesh. It's already bad enough that we eating meat, and then they.
It's the Captain Chicken. The powder. The powder in the chicken. Look, when I was in the trap house, there was some white powder right there. I thought it was cocaine. I took some of it. It wasn't cocaine. I started laughing. You break some, I shoot a nigga. Now we here. We eat this chicken. We all laughing. It's in fucking chicken.
Hold on, wait, bro, hold on, talk to me, bro, talk to me. Don't beat his ass, bro. Hold on, wait, bro. Don't empty the clip on him at the gas station, bro. Hold on. Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you what to do when somebody got you effed up and you trying to clear the negative energy from the room or clear the negative energy from your aura field. Look, I'm dead serious. You gotta clap 60 times to remove the negative energy from your aura field.
Yeah.
Shout out to my homegirl Sticks for this info. Look, don't knock it till you try it.
All right. This nigga still clapping.
Woo! I am full of abundance, I am full of love, and I am full of wealth. Hey, let's get it!
We live in a simulation because life rearranged spells file and it's being recorded by the two eyes. This is the only thing that exists. It's an electromagnetic toroidal field. This field creates all things in nature. The flower of life is a top-down view of this Taurus field. This spiral of energy creates all things in nature. Your spirit is a spiral of energy. This is why they share the same root word. The Taurus field is a unit of light and it's 99.9% empty space. Therefore, everything's made out of light. Low vibrational light turns turns into matter, high vibrational matter turns into light. At the center of every Taurus field there's a hyperboloid, which is the inhale and then exhale of energy. Our nose is the same thing. It's a hyperboloid which inhales and exhales and renews life. This is why the seeds are in the center of the apple, because it renews life. This is where the infinity sign comes from. It's the Taurus field. The Taurus field gives you the past, present and future. The only thing that exists is an indefinite now. There is no past or future. What you recall as a memory is actually energy. Everything in this matrix simulation is red and blue, because the Taurus field is white light splitting into red and then blue light. This is why the police sirens have white light and red and blue. The link is in the bio for this PDF for more information. I update it forever, so you'll get in my notes forever.
This is how you can use meditation to conquer your emotions. If you're a human being, it's impossible not to feel the full spectrum of emotions. Anger, sadness, happiness, fear, loneliness, boredom, love, amusement, the list goes on. You cannot run away from these emotions. They're part of you like your heart. They're part of you like your brain. Without them, you just aren't human. But what meditation does is it teaches you that any emotion can be transformed and transmuted in any way that you want. Boredom can become interesting. Anger can be used as fuel to fight for a cause. Sorrow can be channeled into a creative expression. Fear can be used to fuel your courage. Loneliness can turn into a deep connection and love for yourself. You can't run away from your emotions, but if you sit with them, if you learn to understand them, you can conquer them. Anyway, this is day 28 in my 1,000-day meditation challenge, and I hope this challenge inspires you guys to sit down and to be still.
Create conditions. Thoughts create things and conditions. They cannot just magically manifest themselves. Thought comes first. Thoughts create our state of existence and the quality of our experience here on earth, ultimately. Therefore, be responsible for everything. We should be responsible for everything that we create by being responsible for that which we think. Because the thought processes are what are driving the behaviors. People behave the way they do because they have certain belief systems embedded in the mind and running like a program. Their thoughts and their emotions are driving their actions. So the behavior's not magically suddenly going to just change. The thoughts and emotions have to change because they're the driving force behind the behavior.
We literally were re-engineered to become a slave race on this planet. Enki had an idea, says, look, let us take the existing being on this planet and add our essence to them and get them to bear the load of the labor. So basically create a slave race. Not from dust, not from actual, like, the Bible says, you take some clay and wet clay and spit on it and blah, blah, blah. No, from taking a being that's here already, genetically tinkering with it, making it, inserting a worship gene, which we know the gene for worship was inserted into the genome. We know that for a fact now through genetic studies, and they can be turned on and they can also be turned off. We'll get them to worship us. They'll think we're God and they'll do the work just to honor us, and they put them out there to do all the work and take the load away from the EGG, the working class Anunnaki.
Thursday Night Football is going to be wild this year because Amazon just announced they're launching a second broadcast, Prime Vision. But here's why it's crazy. The new broadcast will be full of AI features that let you watch the game in a completely new way. The first new feature, I'm calling the fourth down line. We all know the yellow line. It's the yardage needed to get a first down. Well, this year, there'll be a second line on the screen that shows up on third down only. The new line shows how close a team needs to get to make it a smart choice to go for it on fourth down. And Amazon will even show you what fourth down play they should run based on where the team is on the field. The next one is called Defensive Alerts, and this one is crazy. Amazon trained an AI model to predict which players are going to blitz. It uses advanced analytics around body position, movement, and spacing to determine the blitzer. And on the screen, it will highlight them in red before the snap. Now, these are just 2 of the 20 features they worked on in total, all designed to give fans a deeper look into the game. It's almost like the viewer experience is shifting into a Madden-style game mode. Now, Prime Vision joins the original broadcast and popular hosted streams from Dude Perfect and Uninterrupted. So fans will have their pick based on what they like. And that's the big takeaway here. Sports watching is shifting into a customizable viewing experience. Eventually, I think fans will have a ton of control on their TV to swap out different announcers, add visual stat layers, and even watch special angles based on their fantasy football roster. But the real question is this: did Thursday Night Football just become fun again?
Another reason. I got a theory. What if they're just like exposing that they just robots? What if all my football players is robots? Cause how is y'all really controlling it like that? Come on, man. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Reason for lying about the shape of the earth and making it into a ball is because when you turn it into a ball, you can cut off any land you want and keep it hidden. For example, we will take this map, we will cut out a piece.
Well, I'll be right back.
And we will take this flat piece and wrap it around a ball. Now, this is where I tell you that this is all there is. You can only go to destinations that are on the globe because you now believe that's all there is. But we still have all the land that I cut off earlier. It's seriously that easy. And when you consider it, it really is a plausible reason to lie.
Law number 9 of the 12 universal laws explained and how to apply it. The law of relativity. Prepare for a mindset shift by the end of this short video, thanks to the teachings of renowned positive psychologist Martin Seligman. Authentic happiness flourishes not through comparisons, but through embracing gratitude for our own unique journey. $100 seems a lot to someone with only $1, but seems small to a billionaire. Same money, different perspectives. In life, we often compare our lows with others' highs, leading to discontent. If you believe happiness is about having more, you're mistaken. The real essence of happiness is the relative perspective you hold. It's about how you view what you have in relation to others. So the secret to amplifying your happiness is this: stop comparing, start appreciating. When you appreciate what you have, instead of focusing on what others have, you'll find that happiness naturally starts to flow into your life.
Celebrities who almost died on 9/11. Michael Jackson could have been among the dead if it wasn't for his mom. The singer had a meeting at the top of one of the skyscrapers the morning of September 11th, 2001, but he ended up oversleeping after staying up late to talk to his mom Catherine and sister Rebby on the phone. Mark Wahlberg was scheduled to fly on American Airlines Flight 11, which was the first plane that hit the World Trade Center. But at the last minute, he and his friends decided to change their plans and instead took another flight to a film festival in Toronto, Canada. Family Guy creator Seth MacFarlane was also due to catch the same flight as Mark Wahlberg. However, he was hungover and overslept and had been given the wrong departure time by his travel agent. So he ended up missing American Airlines Flight 11 by 15 minutes and was forced to wait for the next flight. And this series of events ended up saving his life. This is the Masonic Compass. Copernicus was the first person to introduce the sun being at the center.
Bro really put that on his chest, bro. He not doing that for no reason, man. That's crazy. He going through it. My boy is going through it.
Center of the universe. In all of his portraits, he has a globe with a compass. Globe and a compass. Galileo was another astronomer who introduced more things to the heliocentric model, always depicted with a globe and a compass. Claudius Ptolemy, a Roman astrologer who introduced the globe model as well, depicted with the same earth and a compass, as well as the Masonic Royal Arch. Kepler, another astronomer who is depicted with the earth and the Masonic compass in all of his portraits. The heliocentric model was all introduced by Freemasons. This is the Masonic oath that they have to take from this book, Duncan's Ritual of Freemasonry. I, of my own free will and accord, that I will hail, ever conceal, never reveal any of the secrets, arts, parts, point, or point of the Master Mason's degree. All this I most solemnly, sincerely promise and swear. Surely it's not a coincidence that all of these astronomers who created the globe model all have the Masonic compass and the globe shown together in their portraits. Why are we believing a theory that is introduced by people who cannot reveal certain information about Freemasonry? Are they actually telling the truth? And not to mention Neil Armstrong was also a Freemason, depicted with the Masonic compass on his ring. Wow. The Queen as well, with her belt. Even Isaac Newton, Pythagoras, Charles Darwin, with the theory of evolution after the globe model was implemented. They want you to think you're in a spinning ball in space and that you come from monkeys, because that degrades you and you subconsciously think that you came from nothing. Now, the reason they show the compass and the globe together is because it's truth in plain sight. Because that is the true form of this reality. Polaris, the North Star, the sun, the moon, and the black sun in the center of the North Pole. Wake up, people, we're all being misled by Masons.
Cell phone radiation is a problem. Not only do these phones try to hack our brain and read our thoughts and send us messages, but also the radiation that is emitting through this phone is harming and is a detriment of our health. That's just 15 minutes after holding the phone close to your head while you talking on the phone. But it get deeper than that. That's just 15 minutes already. But it get deeper than that, because I feel like you don't even have to have the phone to your ear. Just having it in your pocket or in your hand, you can feel it cooking. I can literally feel this phone cooking right now. Cell phone radiation. Mobile phones can be major emitters of radiation, depending on both your phone model and the network which it runs on. So check this out. This is a list of the least phones that emit the least radiation just off a jump. These are the phones that do the most. You know what I'm saying? At the time, this was when the iPhone 8 and the iPhone 7 was. It's crazy how the iPhone 7 emit more than the iPhone 8. You would think that the better it get, the least they radiating out. But nah. So I searched up, do cell phones emit radiation? Yes, cell phones and cordless phones use radio frequency radiation, RF, to send signals. That's why you get the thought. That's why I can catch your brain pattern, because your brain pattern sends signals as well. RF is different from other types of radiation like X-rays that we know can be harmful. We don't know for sure if RF radiation from cell phones can cause health problems years later. You don't know for sure, but we can feel residual effects every day. Like, we already know about the blue light. You could be watching, trying to go to sleep on your phone, and you scrolling, you falling asleep, and it's waking you back up. Because it's like it's pulling you back up. Or if anybody ever edited a long video, you could feel your cataracts starting to get like deteriorate. You know what I'm saying? You can feel your pupils like it's too much. You know what I'm saying? That's that radiation cooking you in that blue light. These phones are a tool, but it shouldn't be at our detriment. Tissue damage through heat radiation can promote the cellular mutations and increase your long-term risk of developing cancer. EMF, laptops, computers are exceptionally more harmful while plugged in as opposed to when they're operating on battery alone. It's important that they brought this up, because when I rest, and when you rest, don't sleep with your iPhone on your bed. Don't sleep with it next to you on your nightstand. This is what I do personally. I put my iPhone in another room. So say it's charging up, I put it in the bathroom. If I'm going to sleep with it in the same room, I will put it in a drawer, in a cabinet. You know what I'm saying? And close the cabinet, because this radiation, it can emit even when the phone is, even if you not literally have it to your ear, bro, it'll catch you in the area. I know y'all like, what are you talking about? I didn't experiment with it before. I didn't try to rest with my phone near me, and it's harder to sleep. But when I put my phone in another room, I go to sleep very easily. Try it, especially if you have hard times resting. I tried to unplug my TV out of the outlet. You know what I'm saying? I don't do the whole extra, putting my TV in a whole other room, but I plug it out the outlet at least. If you really want to get right, take all electronics out your room. And in your room, don't have no electronics. And if you work off your phone like somebody like me, try to leave your phone in the middle of your dashboard, or get one of those things where you can put your phone up. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to hold it in your hand, because when it's in your hand, it just feel weird, bro. You get drained.
Religions were made to hide the truth about yourself.
Sometimes I can't even go to sleep.
Every religion has a sacred river. For the Egyptians, it's the River Nile. For Christianity, it's the Jordan River. This river is actually the canal which goes from the bottom of your spine to your third eye. Heaven and hell are complete mind states, which is the lower states of consciousness being hell and the higher states of consciousness being heaven. Now this Kundalini energy coils up the spine like DNA spirals, and there are 33 vertebrae on the back of your spine. This is why Jesus dies at 33. And also there's 33 levels of Freemasonry. This is the ascension process. This is the stairway to heaven, from physical matter to spirit. Now even the Egyptians knew about this third eye called the pineal gland, and it is the seat of your consciousness. This body is a mortal body. Your consciousness is an eternal essence. You never actually die. Your pineal gland produces DMT and has tiny microcrystals wrapped all around it. This pineal gland is activated by turning the oil at the base of your spine into gas and rising up through this canal, activating your third eye. Now this is why Santa goes up and then down the chimney, dropping off his presents. And just like Hickory Hickory Dock goes up the clock and then back down.
What? We'll just show that? Nah, we really just showed Santa as an example. That's deep. I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy.
This is the true Christ consciousness. Jesus Christ was symbolizing this alchemical process. And it even says in the Bible, the light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. This third eye, this pineal gland, is the key to other worlds and the spiritual worlds beyond this physical experience. We are the stars. We live in a soul system, not a solar system. We start in the stars, the same root word. We descend into the 7 energies, the 7 planets. These energies give us our 7 energies in the body, the 7 chakras. Then we enter heart, which rearrange spells earth. We are all stars in a physical body. This is why we say Mr., Sister. Stir is star. When you become famous, you get called a superstar. We are a 5-pointed star. The head, arms and legs. 5 points on the body, 5 toes, 5 fingers for the 5 elements. We also have 5 senses. Head is heaven, heel is hell. Same root words. Hue, man. Hue means an attribute of a color. We are light beings manifested into physical forms. Our energy bodies, our chakras, are the 7 colors. If you want this PDF, the link is in the bio. Join the Patreon for exclusive content.
What are things that people are doing?
I really enjoy the way he breaks stuff down. I ain't gonna lie. He even showed the pictures, all that. I'm gonna have to tag him in here. I ain't gonna lie.
Consistently to damage their brains.
Sugar, blue light at night, not flossing your teeth, not being aware of what you put on your body. Is it loaded with toxins? For example, I didn't know, since I was 14, I shaved with Barbasol. On a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being bad, it's a 9. It's a kill you early. And now I shave with something called Kiss My Face, which is a 2.
Heard this term a lot by now. You know, the law of attraction, we've all heard this term a lot by now over the years, but a lot of people still don't believe in it, and it's people that do. In this video, I just want to touch a little bit on why it works and how it works. Okay, first off, the only people that are able to use the law of attraction are the gods and the goddesses, which will be your ordinary people, which will be your black people, your African Americans, and your bronze people, your Latinos. So when I say black people, that goes for all black people. African Americans, Jamaicans, Haitians, whatever they're listed as, that's what that goes for. So in the meantime, it's important that I break down to you guys what the law of attraction is. So in a later video, I'll be explaining to you, sorry if I stumbled over my words a little bit, I'm watching my surroundings. But if I'll be explaining to you in a later video, you know, the difference between the gods and the humans, and what makes us gods and what makes the Caucasians and Asians and Mexicans and Dravidians humans in a later video. But for now, let me just stay on point. So, like I was saying, the only beings that are capable of using the law of attraction are the gods and the goddesses, because the law of attraction is technology, and it's technology of that only comes with these avatars. You have to understand that if you are black and you have this, not melanin, it's been called melanin, but it's not. I'll also make a separate video about that. It's called carbon, but I'll save that for another video. But if you are a carbonated being, all right, and you have carbon in this avatar, then you are able to do just about whatever you want. And a small part of the technology of these carbon avatars that we have is the brain and the tongue. So let me give you the scientific breakdown on why the law of attraction works. Okay, well, basically, scientists, the human scientists. So sometimes I like to, you know, use the little bit of information that these Caucasoids do throw out there to us, or these humans, these orc beings. All right, but scientists have proven, have discovered that when the moment the brain conceives a thought, all right, it begins to reshape itself neurologically, all right? So it's called neurochemistry. basically when we think a thought, all right, that thought affects the neurochemistry of our brain. The neurochemistry, go Google the word, right? But neurochemistry is basically the study of the nervous system, or the way the nervous system works in your body. So basically when we think a thought, our nervous system is immediately impacted by it, and it fires off thoughts throughout the body, and it lets out a secretion that it sends to the skin, or the epidermis, the first layer of the skin, which is this carbon. All right, and this carbon then emits frequencies out into the universe around us, and everything vibrates on our planet. I will be breaking all this down in later videos. Just bear with me, okay, on this law of attraction thing. So basically, this is what happens. So basically, all right, when you think something, all these triggers that take place from the brain down, sending things down to the skin. The skin is basically an antenna, and it emits frequencies to attract likewise frequencies. But it's even deeper than that. What actually happens is, as we think these thoughts, all these secretions is being released from our brain, and the neurochemistry of our brain is changing based upon the thought that we are thinking or holding at that time. It's for the brain releasing all these different toxins, or if you want to call them toxins, but different chemicals, all right, is because what happens is the brain, by law, right, because the brain is controlled by the soul and the spirit, all right, you are not your body, all right. This is one of the biggest lies ever told to us, all right. You are not your body, and even humans are not their body. But the brain, basically, by law, being controlled by the soul, has to reshape the environment to match the thought that was emitted from that avatar, all right. Let me say that again. So when you think a thought, all right, the neurochemistry of your brain, the hardwiring, the programming of your brain completely begins to change, and your whole reality, everything that you see literally from through the retinas of your eyes begins to change based upon the thought that you are thinking. So I basically just gave you the scientific breakdown of why the law of attraction works, okay? And this is why the law of attraction works, because of this science. This science that proves the neurological system in your brain, all right, the neurochemistry of your brain is directly impacted by what we think, all right. So at the end of the day, with that being said, I don't want to lose you. I don't want to go too far, all right. I just want to, just a little bit, touch on it. Look at this sky behind me, a beautiful sky, all right. So I ain't want to touch too much on this. I don't want to touch too much on it too long. I want to keep the video nice and short. But this is why the law of attraction works. The law of attraction is nothing more than technology that comes with these avatars.
Here's an example of how programming actually works. So in the photo, you see two little girls standing next to each other. Now, pull your phone as far away from your face as possible and squint. There, do you see the large face in the center of the photo? Now, while your brain is consciously registering the two little girls, it's subconsciously registering the face as well.
I don't see no face.
Hey, y'all watch this video. This guy right here, he speak on cloning. He says actually a facility, a bunker or something. Hey, check it out.
I'm about to break down human cloning and a step-by-step process on how it's done. Now, if I want to clone you, I'm going to get a female that got the same blood type as you. Why do I need a female with the same blood type as you? Simple. It's because a female is the only human capable of having a baby. After I get a female with the same blood type as you, I get a glass pipe as thin as one strand of hair. Now, why do I use a glass pipe? The same reason you should drink your water out of glass, because you can't taint the germs, aka the genes. Remember, germs mean genes. Now, why do I get a glass pipe as thin as one strand of hair? Simple, because it's thin enough to penetrate those germs, aka those genes. Now, once they get those two blood types in the glass pipe thin as one strand of hair, they fuse those two blood types with a process called ultramagnetic shock, which forms a fetus. See, back in the day, when they did human cloning, they used to take up to the full lifespan of the entity that they were cloning. But now with this day and age, we got technology that can clone anybody up to 6 months. So if they got a 40-year-old man, it'll take 6 months to clone him. See, now they have a process called mind uploading. Say they wanted to clone me, and the last thing on my mind before they clone me was a bag of Doritos. In 6 months, once they get my clone and wake it up, the bag of Doritos will be on that clone's mind. They used to have to physically take your blood. Well, now they use robots. And when you think of a robot, you think of a metallic substance. But nowadays, with technology, that's not the case. They have biological entities. They look like mosquitoes. They come, bite you, get your blood, get your DNA, and they take it back to the cloning base. They got an underground bunker cloning base in New Mexico called Dose Cloning Facility. If you think cloning is not real, you better second guess and go do your homework on human cloning. Your favorite rapper might be a clone.
Hey, facts though. Facts.
That's crazy.
I believe everything he's saying, man. I know they can do something, but that mind uploading thing what got me. Because what if they do some pandemic shit again? You know how they had everybody scared to stay in the house, and then they start cloning and doing shit, and then that mind uploading. The first thing on that clone mind when they wake it up is some scary defense type shit. You feel me? That could be a new age of slavery. Ain't no telling. Or what if they on an uproar or want to kill and shit? What, they gonna clone them and have them go to the army or something? I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this video and about this cloning thing.
As a chosen one, you think you out here running around like a little angel. Bro, these people are real life scared of you, bruh. They don't know what to think. Every time they do you wrong, karma just beats their ass. I'm talking about you be in their dreams type shit. Tormenting them. You think you just some butterfly running around? You take out all this technology, you take out all this light, cold, lockdown shit. You are a force to be reckoned with. The reason why toxic people attack you so much, the reason why you feel like you always spiritually attacked, is because you got something inside of you that they want bad. I'm talking about your power level is over 9,000 type shit. Like, how would you feel if you knew how powerful you are, actually? These people can see that light in you. But you also got to embrace the darkness, because you got to have a balance between both of them. Like, I'm talking about, like, real life. If some of you people watch anime, there's an anime called JoJo. And then there's like a stand, there's like a spirit following you everywhere you go, following you everywhere, protecting you. Nigga, that's what people see when they see you. You real life have like a 9-tailed fox just protecting you inside of you at all times. You moving around like Naruto Uzumaki. No wonder people are gonna attack you. These people see something in you that you don't see.
Trusted him with me, and Naruto's befriended me now. The fourth Hokage sealed me inside Naruto as a force to help take you down. You will not.
Literally, what you're thinking will manifest. It's not only if you conceive it, you can achieve it. It's if you conceive it, it will be achieved. It's a function of time and your own belief system. So how much resistance, impedance are you going to put against the positive dreams and aspirations that you have that are in line with your higher self and what you've chosen for your life plan? I can tell you right now, one of the first things you can do to raise your vibration is just to feel gratitude for your current state. We all get stuck. I get asked all the time, like, if you could give one message to the world, what would it be? And I would say, stop with the negative self-narratives. Stop with the self-limiting belief systems. It's not necessary. Just remember who you are and why you're here.
That is it. We're gonna go and get out of here, man. See y'all in the next one.